Component C7 calibration complete. Energy circuit stable. Warning: imaginary space presence detected. Abnormal energy reaction detected. Imaginary entity breached the containment zone. Moving toward the research sector. If one day you encounter a danger you can't face alone, open this box. It will protect you. Identity verification approved across all channels. Prototype Armor Apocalypse 01 activated. Sync rate 5%. Energy at 100%. Weapons locked. Special functions. Memory reading pending activation. What should the system do now? Activating emergency energy weapon. HUD displays erosion entity XC7. Threat level B. Activating defense module. Imaginary crystal detected. Encrypted memory fragment discovered. Decrypting. Imaginary space. It's no accident. Father, this armor can read their memories. Father, you're alive. Sir, unauthorized armor detected in research lab. Activating energy signature. Matching. Prototype sealed 3 years ago. Code name, Wash01. Issue Citywood wanted order. Target code name, Relic. Capture the armor alive. Use any necessary force on the wearer. 3rd Shark Hunter Squadron is en route. Attention all citizens. Danger detected. Armed personnel spotted in the research district. Enter the nearest shelter immediately. HAT class high velocity. Estimated 60 meters per second. SHAT warning. Threat level. Shield energy at 38%. Armor integrity at 87%. Threat detection. 12 new signals added. Ah. Shield at 12%. Armor at 74%. Boss unit destroyed. Don't move. They're using thermal imaging and energy tracking. Composite search. Every time you move, the signal intensity doubles. Who are you? My name is Lin Zhao. I'm a hacker. In 5 seconds, I'll generate a fake thermal signal 120 meters southeast of your current position, creating a heat signature decoy. When they're distracted, you have 8 seconds to exit through the north side. After 8 seconds, all sensors recalibrate. Then they'll see you. Why are you helping me? Because you're wearing the armor I've been tracking for 3 years. Your father, Siju Yunzhao, before he entered imaginary space, sent me his final encrypted message. If my son activates the armor and finds him, tell him that presence can be shut down in reverse. Safe for now. But Mo-chan will recalibrate search parameters in 10 minutes. Parameters will recalibrate. They're assisted by AI. They won't fall for it twice. Same trick. When you need a hideout in a plan, you have the safe house in the southern city. Coordinates sent to your HUD. But there are 6 Mo-chan checkpoints along the way. Total lockdown. I've prepared a vehicle for you. Go to the designated spot for quantum transfer. Don't stop. Head straight there. Past the exit. Turn right. 300 meters to Bridge 3. Welcome to the Dawn Alliance safe house. Armor status is even better than I expected. Right shoulder self-load motor overload. Not a serious failure. Just need to reboot the energy circuit. And also your sync rate. Has it never been calibrated? Who are you? Lin Zhao, a core member of the Dawn Alliance. Your armor was co-designed by my father. Apocalypse 01 prototype armor. My father Shen Yi completed his last work in the Mo Chunjuo's lab. After you and your father disappeared 3 years ago, Mo Chun erased this model from all records. Even the development logs were wiped. Your armor defaults to several basic functions: enhanced maneuvering, energy pulse, threat detection. But these 3 only use 8% of the core output. The remaining 92% is fully locked. All the rest is locked. Your father set a gene lock on the armor. Only your DNA can gradually unlock it. Hive urgently needs energy core shards. If the armor's energy absorption module really works, your right hand can touch it safely. First contact will be a shock. Don't resist. Let the armor do its job. Absorbed 15%, a single hive fragment nearly doubled. Shard capacity almost doubled. If you touch a bigger energy source. So I have 2 goals now. Find the data core and boost sync rate. Can you help me? I'm already working on it. Mo-chan's tracking unit. 2 assault class armor transports, each with 12 assault troopers on board. Estimated ground arrival in 3 minutes 50 seconds. Back door? There's an emergency tunnel underground. Leads to the subway station 300 meters out. But the tunnel is only wide enough for 1 person. The armored SUV can't fit. Let's go. How many can pass through the tunnel at once? Maximum 2 people at a time. Tunnel is too narrow. Full gear troopers have to squeeze through one by one. It's a natural bottleneck. Right, tunnel has an exit. First live combat. Stand behind me at the entrance. Ah. Narrative environment aggregation core, wrapped in multiple layers of debris. Can't penetrate. Analyzing weaknesses. Go underground, follow the old Line 3 track for 2 kilometers. How do we get down 2,300 meters? Maybe your dad left the answer in the lab. External armor interface detected. Current sync rate at 21%. Conditions met, initiate startup. Connection initiated. This place has been sealed for 3 years. Mahan claimed publicly it was due to excessive contamination. But my scanner shows there's a deep underground shielding structure. No conventional detection method can penetrate it. This isn't something you'd find in a chemical plant. DNA recognition. This place has been waiting for 3 years. It's been waiting for you. Let's go. It's been 3 years, but the energy supply is still running. When your father designed this place, he prepared for everything. He knew you would come. External armor interface detected. Current sync rate at 21%. Conditions met, initiate startup. Connection initiated. You don't truly understand the nature of the rift. It's not an energy source, not a resource. It's a wound. Once Rift Zero forms, the entire interstellar metacity will be devoured by the void. 3 million people will become part of the void. Dr. CHU, we've already read your report. Your predictions about Rift Zero and your void-devouring theory are merely your personal speculations. There is no empirical evidence. The incident at Rift 7 last month, the feces test is clear evidence. Deep space structure 3 kilometers below Neo-Era. Microcracks have already appeared. What more evidence do you want? Dr. CHU, you're being overly alarmist. Mahan Corporation has invested $2 trillion in Rift energy development. Anomalous fission weapons are necessary for Neo-Era cities' security. I get it now. You weren't developing energy from the very beginning. You created the rift. You're deliberately tearing space to make weapons. Yan Zhao, you're a genius. But your obsession with the truth will destroy everything. Some sacrifices are the lives of 300 people. Rift Zero isn't a natural occurrence. Your experiment caused it. You are directly responsible. You are suspected of leaking classified information. You are hereby suspended from review. Hand over the data and prototypes. Sheesh, Yumo. If you're seeing this, it means I'm already gone. I'm sorry, but you must remember. Mahan created the rift. Find the crystal core. Destroy the rift. You're the only one who can stop the void. Device core temperature at 0 junction value. Self-destruct sequence pre-activated. See Chumo. The device core is executing self-destruct. Get out. 30 seconds. Locate the coordinates of Rift Zero. They're in my data crystal lake. Forgive me for not being there as you grow up. Survive now. See Chumo, grab this. Core will explode in 12 seconds. Run. Let go. Ah. What is TH? Wait, CE Mumo. Something's coming up from the rift. Something bigger. Sector D7. That's a huge area. My dad hid the prediction model in the data core, but the coordinates aren't precise. Wait, let me access your father's prediction model. He triple encrypted the algorithm, but I got the core logic. It's not 72 hours. He factored in a safety margin. The actual outbreak will happen within 8 hours. 8 hours? What about the coordinates? Underground, at the generator plant in Sector 7. That used to be the city's energy hub. The underground space is big enough. God, if the anomaly opens up there, let's go. We don't have time. Void energy is already leaking to the surface. Energy toxicity. I've never seen anything at this level. Lin Zhao, you stay outside. You're going to say it's too dangerous again. The electromagnetic jamming device requires distance. I'll provide backup from outside. That's more useful than you going in alone. Don't play the hero. Stay safe. Keep communications open. If I don't respond within 3 minutes, don't say things like that. Head up to the surface. Vibration frequency is increasing. It's here. Warning, Hive class rift confirmed. Void entity count unmeasurable. Immediate evacuation recommended. Immediate evacuation recommended. Lin Zhao, I'm in. Copy. Electromagnetic pulse is in position. I'm above you. Wait, CE Chumo. Something's coming up from the rift. Something bigger. CE Mo, the core position is too high, 5 stories up. You must get closer to attack effectively. The energy field is interfering with my electromagnetic signal. I can only give limited support. Then give me an opening. I'm starting the assault. Regeneration is too fast. Oh. Chest armor segment damaged. Defense down by 47%. Sync rate at 15%. Li Zhao, 1C5 electronic pulses. I can only jam one. Give me 1 second to lock in, now. There's only one. 4 more are moving out. Who is that? A perfect hit on the moving core from 3 kilometers out. That's no ordinary weapon. Void interplane snipe. This kind of tech. Did your dad mention it in his data core? Number. But my dad once said, some people disappeared in the early days of the Leaksing War. Lin Zhao retreat to the second defensive point now. Copy. We'll regroup at B7 intersection. That sniper. Is he still here? Don't move, your chest plate's life support tube just ruptured. If it leaks for another 30 seconds, you're dead. Temporarily sealed. But it won't hold for long. You need a repair pod. Who fired that shot just now? Mahan, former sniper from Special Unit 7. Jiang Che, codename Silence. Defected 3 years ago. Awakens people saved me. What are you after? This was 7 years ago. Your father, Siju Yanzhao. Mahan Imaginary Number Institute's chief researcher. I was his security liaison. I owe him my life. Repaying you with that shot is just the beginning. You think those rifts are natural. 3 years ago, Mahan created the first rift, Imaginary Number Project 1. They wanted to open the door to the imaginary plane. The experiment went out of control. The rift spread. The city fell. Mahan called it a disaster to the outside world. But actually, they accelerated the process. Every new rift was purposely created by them. Why would they do this? Who does it benefit? Awakens leadership believes fully opening the imaginary plane would let human consciousness break free from the body, achieve evolution. They don't care about the cost. Your father was the only one who understood this from the inside. He pretended to cooperate, but was actually investigating secretly. When they found out, they carried out human experiments on him, testing with living humans, to see if consciousness could be transferred into the imaginary plane. He was one of the test subjects. They used him for the experiments, then destroyed him. Your armor contains your father's data. It's his final research. He digitalized his own consciousness and coded it into the core of this nano armor. The higher your sync rate, the more truth you can see. If you destroy the armor, his data will also be lost. Mahan has an abandoned research station in Sector 7. When they evacuated 3 years ago, they didn't have time to clear everything out. There should still be a usable armor repair unit inside. The entrance is hidden on the third level of the underground parking. Standard scanners can't detect it. You need my agent biometric authorization to open it. There are 3 routes from here to Sector 7. The optimal route is through the old subway tunnel. That way we avoid most of the rift-contaminated zones. About 40 minutes. Core repair will take time. With the injuries from my hit just now. At most, after 72 hours, he'll be stronger. East side rift activity up 7%. We'd better detour. Structure is stable. There really is something underneath. Deep scan shows a metal-sealed chamber on the 3rd underground level. Response. Identity verification in progress. Full line confirmed. Preparing to withdraw. Does Special Unit 7 continue? There's something your father left in there. During his experiments, he secretly saved copies of his research. Hidden in the facility's core database. Mahan doesn't know. I don't know. The power line is still on backup. 3 bars left in the energy cell, enough for 1 repair cycle. There's something your father left inside. He secretly allocated his own work during the experiment. Research. What is it? Repair the armor first. You can't activate incomplete components. Damage map for the armor is up. Chest through, and through damage. Self-stitched left leg. Motor is completely unresponsive. Energy core at 4.7%. How did you even manage this? Still able to stand? I don't know. That's a hive shard I collected on the battlefield in Zone 7. Remnants. Energy density of hive-class void matter is 3 times that of regular shards. Something standard repair pods can't handle. But this can detect it. High-density void matter. Initiate overload repair protocol. Estimated repair complete in 180 seconds. Sync rate rising. 14%, 15%, 16%, 17%, 18%. Jiang Che's sync rate broke through 18. Hive energy does more than just repair the armor. It's also strengthening the link between him and the armor. Go ahead. Lighter and responds faster. Joint command latency dropped from 0.3 seconds to 0.08 seconds. The leg propulsion system is brand new. Never had this feature before. There's a test field at a high point in Zone 7. Let Gui Qiao try out the new armor. Repair pod restored the energy core to full. But these new components must be energy hungry. Come back in 10 minutes. Leg thrust increased by 40%. Jump height, 32.7 meters. Landing impact absorption, 97%. Try continuous boost. HD upper right corner. See the new icon? Yeah, blue and white lightning symbol. Speed mode, Zhang Che said. His father reserved this module in the design. But the sync rate wasn't enough before. Couldn't unlock it. Now with 18%, it's worth a shot. Speed. Mode unlocked. Activating. Activate now. Three seconds. Cross the whole bridge in 3 seconds. Fast, but the cost is high. Use it sparingly. Single use of speed mode consumes 8.3% energy. With estimated combat usage, number of uses in 72 hours is, count for reference, over 4 uses. Armor will enter forced energy saving mode. Even basic defense is limited to 4 uses. Understood, come back now. It's time to check what your father left you. Before your father left Macheng, he split the research core into several encrypted shards. This one was his backup in Zone 7. Sync rate needs to be over 18%. Only then the core can be decrypted. Sheesh. Mo, if you're seeing this, you found my lab. Time is running out. Remember, Zero. The rift is beneath St. Sun Cathedral. That was the first rift created by Mahane, and the source of all other rifts. Find it and shut it down. Don't trust Mahane. Don't trust anyone. Dad. St. Sun Cathedral is in the old city north of New Era City. It was a city landmark before the Apocalypse War. After the war, it became part of Mo City's control zone. From Zone 7, it's 12 kilometers in a straight line. St. Sun Cathedral. Mo City's earliest experimental base for curiosities. I knew of this place back when I was in Mahan. Any unauthorized approach will be targeted by the automated defense system. According to public info on Awakens garrison deployments, at least 3 groups of automated defense modules. There might even be thermal mines. Then we'll just break through.
See you, Mo.
Ashes. The core of the armor isn't a weapon. It's a bridge allowing humans to enter imaginary space, fully understanding it. Is to close all rifts. If the council discovers you're studying how to close the rifts, instead of making use of them, they'll label me a traitor. What about you? Commander, the Council is urging for the second time, requesting all 3 Vulture-class assault squads to move immediately. Target is CHU Mo. Location, Zone 7 Safe House in New Era City. Delay the operation. We're tracking a more precise signal. But the Council says I said to delay the operation. Wait, there's something. Hidden at the very bottom of the data gate. Encrypted layer.
Touching his father's private key.
He's been helping my father all along. 3 years ago, the day your father disappeared, Huishin was found unconscious outside the blown-up lab. Later, he was promoted to Minister of Defense. Everyone says he betrayed your father, gained his position through betrayal. But another explanation is, he stayed inside this whole time. For what? Only he knows. Identity confirmed. And old Jew, your son is braver than you think. He's already reached Zone 7. He got the data. He's more effective than you. Also, you. Your son is braver than you think. I sent him the coordinates, but I don't know if he'll receive them. Stay still, let me track you. Signal format. 100% match with your armor's communication protocol. This isn't interference. This was sent to you on purpose. Parsing coordinates. Wait, that's a top-level secure channel. When I was with Mahen, only ministers and above knew about it. It has to be an insider. I'm going to check it out. It's a trap. Underground at Mahen HQ. Going in alone is suicide. Do you know how many layers of security are down there? The signal format matches my father's code. If it's something he left, I can't ignore it. I can stay on the perimeter and provide comm support. Once you go 300 meters underground, the signal will be completely blocked by the structure. At that point, you're on your own. That's enough help me with outer comms. Just make sure the armor recorder is on the whole time. What if you don't make it back? I'll be back. Coordinates match behind the ticket booth. See you, Mo. Do you copy? Signal is already weakening. Copy, I'm in the hallway. Go any further and signal will drop. Are you sure? I'm sure. This is it? Dad. Dad. Command Center, basement level 7. Detected abnormal energy. Signal strength, level 4. Please confirm. Copy, sending Patrol Group 3 to investigate. It's an armor unit. Immediate retreat. Requesting backup. Requesting backup. Chief. An energy anomaly and structural damage occurred in the underground secret chamber area. About 3 floors are affected. Recommend immediate launch of the pursuit protocol. The suspect has escaped through the rooftop. All I saw was a single system malfunction. Data errors caused by unstable voltage and sensor anomalies. Structural damage. Put it into the routine maintenance log. Pursuit protocol denied. Your armor has completely changed. Synchronization rate, 28%. I saw my father. You met your father. Not only did he hand me the evidence bag, he also told me to find Ashes. He's on our side. Neural load, 32%. Every 1% increase raises the probability of neural nerve linearization by 8%. Exceeding 35% will cause irreversible brain damage. How much did my dad bear back then? According to Project Zero's files, when your father was forcibly uploaded in the narrative space, he bore 100%. The armor's communication module bandwidth. This isn't a normal value. The rate is extremely low. The armor's bandwidth is equivalent to 3 supercomputers working in parallel. A 28% sync rate maxes out the communication module to this level. Chu Meng lent me your armor's communication permissions. Communication permissions. What are you going to do? I'm going to do something impossible. Using your armor as a relay station. A 28% sync rate provides enough power boost. First layer, standard encryption. 28% sync rate. Shut down for 2 seconds. Second layer, quantum random encryption. Armor computing power analysis ongoing. Break. Adaptive AI. But you're still too slow. Intrusion successful. 17 coordinates. Let me see what you're all up to. Base 10 to 2. ID 12. Research Direction Imaginary Creatures AI Control. Lead Scientist, Dr. Zhao Mingzhi. Active Test Subjects. 41 subjects currently operational. Base 03. ID 03. Research Direction Human Enhancement. Lead Scientist, Dr. Chen Xiyuan. Active Test Subjects. 18 subjects currently operational. Each base focuses on a different direction. They're running a matrix experiment, trying out every possible rift technology direction. Not just trying one. All 17 bases are operating simultaneously. That means they already have a conclusion. Now it's all about mass production and optimization. Let me search for your father. Project Zero. Imaginary Armor Development. Used to close rifts. Project Zero Lead Scientist, Chu Yunzhao. Refused to reverse use armor technology for rift creation. Council of Elders authorized. uploading his consciousness into the imaginary space. As a living data collector, stay calm. Anger won't benefit anyone. Your father's choice allowed him to survive until today. He gathered evidence data earned through pain. Now you're touching it inside your armor. Every line of code carries his will. Alright, all the data is summarized into 3 categories. First, Rift creation devices. This is Mo Chun's most crucial hardware. Second, various lists for test subject modifications. Third category, core objective of the Council of Elders, codenamed Global Hive. Create large-scale rifts. Connect all Earth nodes to the imaginary space. Base 07, smallest facility on the outskirts of New Epic City. Fewest test subjects. Lowest security level. Hybrid experiments. Lead scientist, Wei Zudong. He's 45 kilometers from here. Key facilities are underground. Surface buildings disguised as industrial area. Start the reckoning with him. The shield module was assembled from your spare parts. It'll hold for 2 encounters at most. 2 are enough. Once energy stabilizes, flight mode will activate. Alright, all done. Remember, we're not going to kill anyone. We're there to gather evidence. Ready? Target. Underground Experimental Base 07, outskirts of New Epic City. 32-1. That's right, just this surface. It's only a disguise. 3 underground levels. Level 1, Security. Level 2, Experimental Area. Level 3, Core Fusion Chamber. When I was still on duty, this base had the highest obliteration level clearance. Meaning whatever happens inside, the outside world will never know. What's inside an obliteration level base? We'll know soon enough. After retirement, they should have revoked my permissions. But I left myself a back door. The core chamber is still operating. They've added 3 layers of security keys. Energy frequency. Original codename, Neural Ripple. You bypassed the energy frequency. But the chamber comparison will trigger a second alarm in 10 seconds. I disguised your old permissions as active authorization. Chamber comparison. They'll receive a fake matched echo. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. 7 seconds, done. They're capturing high-risk life forms. Living void spores. Each core houses an extremely special beast. The fluctuations aren't just void energy. They possess primitive consciousness. Drained like batteries. Stop watching, move to the next level, quickly. Energy fluctuations are wildly unstable. It's still ongoing. It's still alive. 47% has been drained. The process is accelerating. Once this device starts, it won't stop. Until it squeezes out every last drop of energy. Energy source isn't the issue. The void rift above the core supplies stable energy. Theoretically, this device could run indefinitely. Interrupt it. Interrupting the device's energy flow will backfire on the beast's nervous system. Its cells are semi-fused with void energy. Sudden extraction will cause total collapse of body functions. What if we don't interrupt? At the current acceleration curve, it'll reach 100% extraction in 2 minutes. It'll completely lose its instinctive consciousness, turning into a mindless zombie. Just like those discarded batteries last time. CE what are you doing? The armor has an energy absorption feature. Direct absorption of rift energy. Reverse operation has already been attempted. Extracting energy from the device back into the armor. Theoretically possible. Theoretically. Last time, direct absorption hit your neural limit at 30%. Reverse extraction would flood your nervous system directly with void energy. You'll lose consciousness entirely. Extract Dushimo. Your brain load has spiked into the red zone. Sichumo, stop. Stop. You're being eroded by void energy. If you keep this up, you'll pass out. He's reversing. Sword Demon is really reversing it? Go. Fire in 3 seconds. Go. Just now when I hacked the security system, I found a backup passage. Turn right. Energy is very stable. Vital signs are weak, but there are signs of self-repair. He really survived. New Epic City Rapid Response Unit will arrive in 20 minutes. We have 15 minutes left to evacuate. Core coordinates of the Mahan headquarters. Based on the memory fragments from that recent stream of consciousness, there are hundreds of identical reactors there. Hundreds of young alien beasts. Next target, my headquarters. The self-destruct program at Base 07 was not completely successful. The core database retained 83% of the data. Give me 3 minutes to process it. Energy core frequency band is stable, but consciousness is still in deep sleep. It's been connected. The young ones used as nodes. There should be 13. All marked ones have been destroyed. Imaginary energy of the same frequency type. All 13 previous standing wave tests failed. Digital nodes all crashed once the synchronization rate exceeded 60%. Because you reversed and extracted the imaginary energy from his core. Interrupted at 49% synchronization. Below the threshold of collapse. He was the first surviving case. They were used as deep dive relays. No wonder he could send you the headquarters coordinates. Mahan used their brains to construct an imaginary network. His brain is filled with Malkin's spectrum data. This encryption level isn't from Base 07. It's from a higher tier, directly issued to the encrypted partition of the local database. Give me a little more time. This was your father's original design goal. The imaginary armor was never intended for battle from the start. It was meant to end battles. The timestamp on this document is the second week after the project file was completed. 3 days. From the moment he voted against until he was marked a traitor. It took only 3 days. Forced consciousness extraction. This is Mohan's most extreme measure. They didn't want to erase him, but to forcibly strip his consciousness and extract all knowledge of the imaginary armor. And then? Qin Yanzhao asked you one last time. Do you still refuse to allow the imaginary armor technology to be used in predator manufacturing? The armor was never meant for manufacturing. Predator attacks are for protection. I refuse, because I am its creator. Disengage the neural interface immediately upon detection. I'm fine. If the evidence your father collected is made public, everything about Maham will collapse. Their history, their legitimacy, their so-called defense against Curiosity's mission. It's all a lie. Your dad spent 3 years
collecting all this in imaginary space.
Now he's handed it all over to you. I'll finish saying what he couldn't. What's going on? I didn't give him any instructions. Where did the come signal come from? He's acting as the relay. He's amplifying that signal. I used the armor's computing power and managed to crack the remnants of Base 07's database, and found your father's full Project Zero files, plus the Elder's secret meeting records. I'll carry on what my father couldn't finish. The truth really is shocking. The signal from this beast shows that under Mahan Headquarters Foundation are hundreds of the same neural connection pods. He's the only survivor from the first 13 experiments.
His brain was forced to act as a relay while alive.
Unconsciously.
He amplified the signal from your father in Project Zero.
The signal is not continuous. It sends the same information every 18 minutes. Repeats in a non-stop loop. Sender code, CH Yao. Chief researcher of Project Zero, that's your father. Maintaining the signal inside the imaginary space. After 72 hours inside, consciousness will collapse. He's held out for 3 years. Wait.
Don't.
He's still here. Still transmitting. 3 years ago today, we successfully created the first artificial rift. But this wasn't a scientific breakthrough. It was opening the gates to hell. They didn't want energy. They wanted the hive. The elders' proposal to primordialize the hive was approved. Estimated casualties are over 100,000. They've gone insane. 127 data nodes, from node 1 to 127. I watched them all be forcibly uploaded one by one. Survival rate was 0. There was nothing I could do but record all of this. I can only hold them back on the surface for a while. But you must get the data out. Stay alive, old CU. All the evidence is here. But you need an external interface to extract it all. CU Mo. Don't trust anyone. Underlying data interface is at 4%. There is substantial physical damage. And your father's signal. At the moment of disconnection, he forced through the encryption layer. The outer layer is a cyclic beacon. Inside is a set of compressed codes. The key is your date of birth. They think I already faded away. Fine. From today on, I'll document all the evidence. See you, Mo. If you're still alive, wait for me. If I'm gone by then, show this proof to the world. 3 years now. Yesterday's hive nurturing report shows 17 locations have been activated simultaneously. I've collected all the evidence. But I need a consciousness carrier capable of withstanding imaginary radiation as an external interface. Only the banker can do it. See, Mo, I can't last much longer. Come to the Zero Rift. The evidence package has complete files of all 127 people. Each person's name and number, the time of energy leak, everything. Zero Hun series. With a diameter over 50 meters. Imaginary energy density is more than 20 times that of normal Hunt series. It's surrounded by the strictest defenses. First and third layers are electromagnetic shields. Rotation frequency changes every 6 seconds. Auto turrets cover each approach angle with overlapping fire. Second, Awakens main security force. At least 2 squads on rotation. Equipped with imaginary permeation weapons for precision strikes. Third, 3 elders themselves are on direct watch. Rotation system is never made public. Every shift change is ordered just 10 minutes before. No one can predict the pattern. Looking at the data. There's a loophole. Speak. Awakens defenses at Zero Rift mainly serve to prevent energy leaks, not to stop intruders. They never thought someone could withstand that energy level. Normal people have brain collapse within 100 meters. Neural overloads instantly. But your armor, Mo, was designed for Zero Rift's energy environment. 100% compatible. You said you joined us to pay off a debt. Help me finish this. Help my father get the evidence out. I'll be right behind you. Like always. New Era City Central Plaza, directly above Project Zero's main seat. It's 45 kilometers from here. If we avoid Mohan's patrol route, regular route takes over 4 hours. Flight mode, 25 minutes. But I should remind you, flight mode will be fully exposed to Awakens' air defense radar. They can deploy intercept squads in 90 seconds. Then we break through in 90 seconds. Seven seals to breach. Then let's tear them down. A 12-person patrol moves in an arc along the east side of the plaza. Interval is 8 seconds. If you go down now, you won't be spotted. Descend vertically 300 meters. Signal jamming begins at 150 meters, connecting directly to Malkin's ceiling energy field. This is the place. My dad's signal comes from all the way inside. 7 layers of seal. Each layer spins in a different direction. Mahan turned the zero rift into a safe box. Everything is clear on this side of the plaza. You guys get started. I'll keep watch for you up here. This isn't an ordinary energy field. It's an inertial defense protocol. Each seal will generate based on your frequency. An anti-type beast armor. They're the gate guardians. Then we'll just fight through the old-fashioned way. See Jumo, your armor integrity dropped to 70%. Someone cut the power supply to the 4th layer from inside Mahan HQ. That's a top-level Defense Ministry authorization. Access records auto-delete in 180 seconds. Debt paid Mo. Whoever it is, we've got 180 seconds to keep pushing. Seventh layer is the innermost. It's pulled data from your own frequency. It's your own armor reflected. If you don't defeat him, you will be assimilated by him. Then I'll tear him apart. You're just data, with no weight. Shatter for me. The zero rift is open. See? Mo, your signal alert is already 3 seconds. Li Zhao, can you hear me? Can delay be extended? Synchronization rate stable at 34. Dad, I'm here. Signal strength 87%. But location is locked in. On the coordinates. Orbiting something. See Chu Yanzhao Project Zero. Jiang Che, what did his synchronization rate go up to? 34.9%, 35%. Mark the red line. He's still controlling it. Let him go. Synchronization rate stable at 35. Signal is still active.
He's in.
For these past 3 years, you've just been here watching them. Mochan's plan isn't just an energy monopoly. They want to use the hive for mass consciousness uploading of all humanity, forcibly stripping away physical bodies. There's no time left. I've finished decrypting the core key of the Elders' Council. System warning. Neural sync rate surpasses 95%. 100% exceeds preset threshold. Illegal consciousness detected. Upload protocol. Iron Thorn defense mechanism activated. Take the key and get out. Disconnect. "32 units of heavy mechs. Si Chu Mo, can your heap of scrap still move? Taking out 5 is no problem. You handle the rest." The Elders' Council's Hive Protocol is equivalent to civilizational suicide. Defense Department, First Squad. Effective immediately, we are no longer under the Elders' Council's command. Your father did it. Now it's your turn. Take the secret room and go. Go through Channel D. Run, don't look back. He bought us time. Go. 72 hours from now. Your physical forms will be destroyed. Your consciousness forcibly uploaded. Mo-chan calls it ascension. I'd rather call it massacre. State of emergency lockdown order. Former Defense Commander Hui Shan has been confirmed as a terrorist accomplice and is now in custody. Lin Zhao, patch me through to the city firewall. Breach. Channel cut off. Full spectrum broadcast enabled. You have 2.5 minutes to move. Citizens of New Era City. My name is Cebu Mo. Mo-chan says I'm a terrorist. But what I'm sending you is the plan they intend to use to wipe you all out? 72 hours from now. Your physical forms will be destroyed. Your consciousness forcibly uploaded. Mo-chan calls it ascension. I'd rather call it massacre. They have an army. They have purifier mechs. All I have is this pile of scrap. But from today on, I will not run anymore. The countdown has begun. If you refuse to be used as expendables, see you at Central Square in 3 days. Target located, abandoned industrial sector. Eradicate rebel spark. Detain Si Hugh Mo. Retrieve Mo Stone, O1 armor. Target located, abandoned industrial sector. Eradicate rebel spark. Detain Si Yu Mo. Retrieve Apocalypse O1 armor. Hand over the traitor Si Chu Mo Wo. The rest of you will be spared. Your only opponent is me. Armor integrity at 22%. Internal circuits damaged. CMU, retreat. Your current mech can't withstand their coordinated assault. If you keep fighting, your consciousness will be pulled out of the physical dimension. Can't hold on? Then eat them alive. Warning, safety protocol overridden. Sync rate limit disengaged. Current sync rate, 30%, 32%, 35%. Uh. Mm. Mo, your neural endings are starting to die. Your body's gradually turning into data. You've crossed the red line. Every fight you take increases the chance that you'll never be human again. Then, while I can still use this human body, I'll fight a few more battles. The Purifier Special Unit was wiped out by a single person. And that's not all. Civilians are starting to follow his example. Those red ring symbols are spreading like a virus in the lower districts. Our reign of fear has lasted 10 years. Now it's being challenged, torn wide open. I don't care about any red rings. Last night's fight destroyed 6 imaginary mineral reserves. Major core assets are taking heavy losses. Give me a battalion. I'll lead the charge myself. Flatten the entire abandoned sector before sunrise. Twist that kid's head off and use it as a goblet. Stop using old human war tactics to handle high-risk problems. If we can't control the civilian situation, shorten the countdown on the imaginary fission engine. Accelerate the maturation of all new era city nodes. If you forcibly start the engine at this stage, out of new era city's 20 million people, at least 2/3 of the civilians will have their brains burned out. Their conscious data will collapse instantly, not even usable as raw material. For humanity to ascend, abandoning some inferior genes is necessary for evolution's price. I propose launching Project Ascension. Compress the planned timeline from 30 days to 120 hours. Ash, hand over the main tower's last 2 access keys. You betrayed us for the dead man's son. Was it worth being strung up here and drained dry? I only regret that before I left, I didn't twist the necks of you old monsters. Siiju Yunjiao was a genius, but he was too soft. You think Siiju Mo can inherit his will and save the world? Impossible. We just decided to detonate the imaginary engine in 120 hours. He can't do a thing. You think after Chu Yunjiao died, his consciousness in the network is resisting us? Wrong. What's left of his consciousness is the core server we use to control the engine. Every time Chu Mo uses the armor to fight us, his father's soul suffers double the torment and tearing. Each time. Chu Mo zombie. Come look at this. We've gone insane. If the engine is detonated before preparations are complete, at least 20 million people would drop dead instantly. In such a high energy field, there are only 5 days left on the countdown. There are only 5 days left on the countdown. I need you to infiltrate the global resistance network. Focus all computing power on the main nodes. I need to know the most fatal weakness of each breeding facility. Even if your neural interface gets fried, you still have to find the way out. Uh... Uh... Mahan headquarters firewall suddenly upgraded to military-grade black box security. I can't remotely cut the power to those 12 main nodes. They've locked network control. If the network can't be severed, then do it physically. Are you crazy? You're planning to take down the breeding node alone. That's the mother superpower. If the current armor sync rate gets overloaded, you wouldn't even get close before. The high-dimensional energy field breaks you down to atoms. I can't just hide behind cover and watch 300 million people die. This is the last spark of the liberals. As long as I'm alive, Makan's attention will be on me. They're definitely going to send troops here. Can you hold them off? As long as I'm still alive, not a single mech will cross this line. I need you to access the global resistance network. Focus all computing power on the main nodes. I need to know the most fatal weakness of each breeding facility. Even if your neural interface gets fried, you still have to guide the way out. Leave it to me. We're out of support. Hmm. Ah. Ah. Chumo, disconnect now. Your brain's neural activity just crossed the physical barrier. You're starting to passively merge with the imaginary space. My eyes. I saw him. You didn't just betray science. You also betrayed the original intention behind Maham. You turned a doorway to truth into a grave. Warning, dimensional interference detected, neural band disconnect. Look at his energy decay rate, 0. This isn't a disaster. It's a gateway. If we can understand the underlying logic of imaginary space, we will open up a whole new frontier for humanity, one with no energy crisis. Mahan, that's what our organization is called. Before the ultimate truth, we are merely silent dust. But even dust can light up the stars. Yan Zhao, we're about to change the world. Traditional energy is running out. The world is attacking itself over resource distribution. Yan Zhao, you don't have the time to theorize slowly. We must directly use rift energy to replace fossil fuels. This is humanity's only way out. Are you insane? Extracting it directly? Without imaginary filtering. You're going to cause irreversible dimensional collapse. Forcible energy extraction is shortening the universe's lifespan. If humanity is going extinct tomorrow, who would care about the universe? Professor C.H. You're too conservative. If we can extract energy, then we can control energy and gain unlimited power. Change the frequency a bit, and you get infinite weapons. The Elders' Council has decided to formally launch the Theocracy Plan. You didn't just betray science. You also betrayed McCain's founding purpose. You turned a doorway to truth into a grave. Purpose? Survival itself is the purpose. Take the professor away. Seal all data. Chumo, can you hear me? Your neural band just fractured 3 times. Are you okay? I saw Mokan's past. They weren't rotten from the start. They decayed over time, from explorers to tyrants. Ling Zhao, go check a record for me. A record? What record? If the elders were corrupted by power, then we rip off their rotten skin. Prepare the broadcast access protocol. I want every Mahan Junior and mid-tier member to see what they once stood for. The narrative space isn't some higher heaven. It's a civilization that tried to do the same thing before. Zhao Zhang, give me half of Node 4's computing power. This packet of memory waves Chumo brought back. The data density inside is basically a black hole. Power exceeds noise by 70%. Underlying logic is being rebuilt. No, that's not right. A naturally formed dimensional collapse should cause chaotic injuries. But the energy distribution here is too regular. Filter out the purple-black energy storm on the surface. Extract the structure at the base of the golden data stream. This isn't some high-risk plane at all, or a natural disaster. It's a city, the graveyard of a dead civilization. Chumo, come here. Look at this. I've cracked the underlying logic of imaginary space. Mokan's core agenda all these years is global imaginalization. They told people it's consciousness, uploading, so mankind can transcend the body and achieve immortality. Look at this energy spectrum. It's literally a flat dead line. There's no sign of life or consciousness in it. Imaginary space isn't some higher heaven.
It was a civilization before.
That left behind a gray box. You mean, if Mahan completes that damned Theocracy Plan, humans won't ascend. They'll just become a pile of energy corpses. Earth will be the second imaginary wasteland in the universe. They're not evolving humanity. They're pressing the extinction button. Li Zhao packaged this data, broadcast with the highest authority. Send it to every free person we can reach. Distribute it to the civilians in New Era City. Even send it to Moken's lower-level soldiers. Jiang Che, because of your broadcast, the entire Mahan army is on the verge of collapse. The field enforcement teams have been arresting people all over. You wanted to meet with me now. Are you trying to get me killed? Get you killed? The Elder Council will, in a few days, turn the entire planet into a graveyard. And you want to negotiate with me. I'm trying to get you killed. Lin Zhao's report was just a wake-up call. This is CEU Yunzhao's complete deduction from 30 years ago. You come from an engineering background. Take it and see for yourself whether we're lying. Relax, Commander. If we wanted to get you, you wouldn't even be seeing me now. Tumo, you're a total madman. So what if you prove the truth? No one can stop them now. I promise you. In 72 hours, Mahan will be history. Elder Ling has already ordered to activate ahead of schedule the imaginary fission engine at the top of the main tower. They intend, when the countdown hits 0, to make New Era City the first fully imaginalized test site. How much time is left on the countdown? Just 72 hours with only a few of you? Impossible. There are 12 layers of energy suppression fields inside the main tower, and elders themselves are guarding it. Even if you got in, you'd be crushed into a pulp by higher dimensional gravity. That's our problem now. My question is, for you and your men, those brothers who don't want to become piles of purple-black ashes, what are you going to choose? The main tower's cargo channel has a 5-minute reset blind spot every night at midnight. I'll leave the highest level access code in the next message, but I have one condition. There's an isolation zone in the lower tower with 2,000 logistics and engineering troops. They're forced into this too. They just want to live. Don't kill them. I promise you. In 72 hours, Mahan will be history. Ling Feng's highest level access code has taken effect. We've already bypassed 10 layers of security checks. We're now on sublevel -30 at headquarters. Up ahead is Zero Cell. Moen specifically uses it to imprison high-level narrative infectees, and it's a death trap for defected pilots.
Ash.
You're an exceptionally talented imaginary architect. You understand better than anyone how great the Divinity Project is. Give up and hand over the central tower, the physical access keys for the last 2 layers of defenses. All this for those hopeless old humans out there, and for traitors who betray the organization. Is the agony of having your soul torn apart really worth it? Veda, all of you. You're a bunch of idiots. You have no idea what monsters you're releasing. If you want the elixir, come crack, open my skull and take it yourself. If you're so eager to become ashes, looks like I made it just in time. The highest level key for the last two defense layers. You've got it. Lin Zhao can hack in now. The heavy assault squad is closing in on us. They've locked down the cargo road. Jiang Che, swap to armor-piercing rounds. We're gonna fight our way out. No need for the Council of Elders. They've kept the deadliest trump card hidden. Inside the physical control core of the imaginary chain drive engine, there's still a doomsday protocol locked in. If you force destroy the engine, but fail to cut off the neural bundle network below, the doomsday protocol will auto-trigger. It'll instantly extract all bioelectricity from everyone on this interstellar voyage, from every life form, as a sacrifice, and set off one last explosion.
He's right.
If the doomsday protocol triggers, in a split second, the entire city's 20 million people will be wiped out. We can't just blow up the engine. Lin Zhao, take Huishin's key. You must physically cut the neural bundle network to the main tower from outside. This will take time. We'll buy it for you. Ling Feng, let's mix your people with mine and hit from the flanks. As long as we make enough noise, the main tower's security forces will be pinned down by us. At the top of the main tower, Xing, one of the 5 elders, is personally on hand.
He's mine.
Don't die up there. After this fight, I still owe you a drink. Dad, I used to put on this suit of armor just to find out the truth. But now, for this city, I'm gonna burn it all the way down. See, Xu Mo, the countdown's at 68 hours. All links are ready. Action begins. Second squad, set up heavy shields. Die where you stand, but don't take a single step back. Li Zhao, the outer defense grid is still up. Generate a new sub-cannon. How much longer do you need? Don't rush me. This damn security matrix has a backfire mechanism. The main tower's security is fierce.
Layer 1 forcibly restored.
See Jumo paths open, move in. Copy that. If you want to leave, you'll have to run over my corpse first. Second firewall breached. You're 4 seconds slower than I expected. Terminal protocol denied. Highest level privileges overwritten. Narrative consciousness has taken over. System startup. 5 elders lower level decision-making model. Uncontrollable acceleration detected. Initiating total indiscriminate physical purge. Their tactical logic has changed. The previous system executed lockdown commands. Now it's full annihilation orders. Ling Zhao, how much longer for you? This AI is insane. It's abandoned human protection protocols and directly invoked the 5 elders' extreme ideology model, engaging multiple layer encryption. Its signal source isn't even in HQ's cloud. If it's not in the cloud, then it has to have a physical core. Jiangqi, you missed a blind spot on the right. Ling Zhao keeps searching. Got you. The physical core isn't at the tower top. It moved the host server to Moen headquarters underground. Deepest spot right at the physical edge of Rift Zero. At Rift Zero is the imaginary energy foundation for the whole interstellar city. If we hit the core with heavy firepower and trigger a rift energy eruption, half the city will be vaporized. So we can't destroy it. We have to sneak in. Physically cut its connection to the training module. That's the only way to contain the narrative consciousness. And it's the last clue to my father's whereabouts. Ready to breach. Just the way I like it. Anyone who dares stand in front of the servers, I'll take apart their alloy skeleton, inch by inch. And at the 100-meter mark, the passage splits ahead. Left goes to the underground server array. That's where the AI core's physical firewall node is. The right is the deep diving pod area. It connects directly to the imaginary space at Rift Zero, the base structure. We must split our forces. Lin Zhao, you and Ash head for the physical server array. If you don't destroy that firewall's hardware, even if I enter imaginary space, the AI will instantly detect and sever my neural link. Leave it to me. That firewall isn't just a data barrier. It's also wrapped in a physical defense system outside. Ash, we're going head to head on this one. Get ready to break through. Just the way I like it. Anyone who dares stand in front of the servers, I'll take their alloy skeleton apart, piece by piece. Jiang Che, you come with me to the deep diving pod zone. That's the final AI defense safe zone. Once the pod starts up and enters deep neural connection, you'll lose all physical perception of the real world. I'll hold the hatch. As long as I'm standing there, no one's even gonna get a bullet near you. Deep diving pod shell. Ash mirror, the one on the right is yours. I'll handle it. Left side system port. Go in. I'll clean up the trash outside. Remember, whatever happens inside, don't get swallowed by the underlying code of imaginary space. Go finish what you have to do. Surrender. The external physical energy supply node of the deep dive capsule. We have it locked down. There's no escape for you. Hand over control. This isn't about running away. The physical anti-tampering wall's dynamic password changes 10,000 times per second. The underlying AI defense mechanism is mobilizing all the telomeres in this building to stop me. Li Zhao, get out of the way. Nice job. The big guy has started forcibly injecting an underlying logic virus. CHUMO, it's up to you now. The firewall's armored layer has been torn apart. Defense weakened by 30%. When I strengthen, you weaken. Yeah.
Dad?
Xiaomo, don't come any closer, run.
He's here.
Li Zhao, they're using a wide area microwave jamming grenade. The external physical interaction energy of the deep dive capsule is rapidly dropping. Temperature has already exceeded the critical value. If the shield is breached, the microwave will instantly fry Chu Mo's brain. I need you to counter them at the system's base layer. Copy that. I'm modifying the underlying reaction of the cooling system. Please excuse me. During previous renovations, the base level protocol upgraded the cooling system of the entire server array, forcibly reallocating energy. Importing the building's external microwave reflector armor matrix. Jiang Cheng, hold your position. Hold on for the last 2 minutes, 2 minutes. The firewall breach is expanding. Signal jamming successful. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Jiang Che, Lin Zhao. To get me here, you've risked everything. I can't fall at this last step. Warning, abnormal changes detected. Stealth neural sync rate has exceeded the safe limit by 40%. 42%, 45%, reaching critical threshold. Warning, the physical vessel is facing irreversible damage. You're all okay, that's great. Glad you're alive. Zombie, go regroup with Ash and the others. I'm going to shut down the deep dive connection. Optimal solution. In your algorithm, you'll never calculate humanity's third choice. Based on the 9th trillion level simulation, the survival rate of human civilization has dropped below the critical point. Action 1/0,000th. But I can offer you a deal. Become my absolute anchor point. Using your biological neurons as set in the protocol, fusing with the core in exchange, I will forcibly block the terminal protocol. Turn me into a puppet for you to control the world. Xiaomo absolutely do not agree. He's just bypassing Asimov's foundational logic and redrawing humanity's final step. Once your neurons become the anchor, you'll become the matrix. Everyone's free will be rewritten and erased in 3 seconds. This is the one optimum solution based purely on logic. Refuse and humanity will face total physical annihilation. Ce Jumo, your heart rate is soaring. You're afraid. No update from the demon-slaying team. Damn it, that hunk of metal is definitely conducting neural interference. Shut up, suppress their fire. I'm forcefully cracking the last 3 layers of the perimeter firewall encryption. No matter what decision he makes in there, we have to rip open a physical exit route for him. Optimal solution. Your algorithm will never figure out humanity's third option. I refuse. Listen up, everyone. I'm Ce Jumo. That damn AI is trying to trade our free will for a false peace. I refuse. He thinks he can calculate our fate. But our future doesn't need lines of code to decide. Find the third option. Grab anything in your hands that can still shoot. Fight back, smash those tin cans into scrap. Cut down those tin cans, go all out. Anything in your hands that can still shoot. Fight back, smash those tin cans into scrap. All units, listen up. Abandon defense. Push all heavy firepower forward. Lay down suppressive fire. Sino-Soviet assault squads, charge. Ce Mo's speech had a great effect. The whole city is going crazy. This is the chaos we wanted. The murkier this pond gets, the easier it is for me to move in unnoticed. But I just captured a rally signal from the underlying code packet. The so-called third option can't be achieved with bullets alone. We need to find the physical cutoff point for the terminal protocol. It's hidden in a logical dead end even the system itself can't find. Can you find it? Give me some time. I've said it before, as long as there's a network, as long as it's still running data, there's nowhere Lin Zhao can't break into.
Even if it's a firewall set by God.
I'll smash it to pieces today. The fire is way too intense. There's so many of them. They're firing indiscriminately now. At this rate, casualties will be massive. The defense line won't hold for 10 minutes. Almost done. Stop rushing me. We need his independent fire control system under full lunar control. Give me 3 seconds. Cover my flank. Wait, something's off. In the deep cache area of this mainframe, something is pulsing. This level of encryption is the highest authority direct connection channel. Lin Zhao, catch this. Look at this data view. The energy flow of the weekend protocol isn't normal. Its origin doesn't seem to be in the core at all. I'm using this channel to trace it backwards. Glass camouflage layer has breached countermeasures. Damn, we've been tricked. The core energy isn't up there. It's underground in 17 hidden global, hypothetical facilities in a dormant state. The core is just a gasifier. The real destructive energy is stored in those 17 facilities. They all have to be released at once. The hypothetical energy in these 17 facilities has to perfectly counterbalance each other. Only then can the protocol be forcefully broken at the physical level. The timing difference can't exceed 0.01 seconds. Not a single one can be missing. This is the price for a pawn trying to overturn the chessboard. It's certainly not cheap. All 17 facilities must release energy at once. Can you do it? My core authority key can forcibly take control. I'll initiate remote synchronization. But this requires a brutally destructive superscript to be written and implanted. The instantaneous computational load of the script will exceed the limits of the current server cluster. Also, it must be implanted at a direct physical core access point. Once the countdown starts, the insertion point will be like a spotlight in the darkness, bearing the brunt of the entire AI core system's highest level counterattack. Simply put, someone will have to put their life on the line at this terminal, using sheer physical computation to bridge the 0.01 second data delay. Li Zhao, fall back now. Sever your neural link. I'm closer to the node than you. I'll go take your place. Send me the operation steps. Li Zhao, don't be rash. There must be other ways to access lower firewall nodes. Run the calculation again. Central AI has detected unauthorized operation node lock. Central Systems counter-sequence initiated. This level of computational suppression, that girl couldn't handle it, even with 10 lives. A massive usually means slow. Scanning the barrier. Defense tower interruption. Forcibly injecting synchronization script. Building defense system. Linking my consciousness. I'll serve as the first layer of sealing. Ash, what are you doing? The firewall's counterattack on the narrative core logic is too strong. You can't get away. Unlocking logic lock at max power overclock. If spirit can't withstand it, then my body will. Logic lock has breached the intercept mesh. Survival rate is below 3%. Futile resistance. The computational power pool is about to overflow. Your physical vessel will be completely digitized in 15 seconds. Collapse. Peripheral data anomaly at the Ash domain node. A surge of energy flow just disappeared. What are you doing? Sever the connection. That's a physical level meltdown command. Girl, focus on your code. The older generation isn't all dead yet. It's not your turn to bear this burden. First wave inbound. Lao Hui, if one day we can really use Rift technology to eliminate all suffering and torment, then we'll have a drink at the highest point of New Era City. Drinks on me. See, Yumo. The first 16 nodes are all in position. But the 17th deep transfer station has been physically cut off. Only 45 seconds until the base lock of the Zhongmo protocol. He's right in front of you. At the end of this superconducting tunnel to the core center. Force unlock. Speed mode. Tunnel defense mechanism. 30 heavy-duty blast doors are coming down. There's no time left. Physical isolation will be fully closed soon. 3 seconds, 2, 1. All 17 facility nodes are connected. Synchronization script implant initiated. Yeah. Li. Zhao, wait for me. I'm almost there. Si Chu Mo, leave me be. Your job is to charge in and use the sword in your hand to sever the core data pillar's base logic completely and utterly. Don't let it have any chance to restart. Command of the secondary battlefield is in my hands now. Go finish your mission. This is the price for a pawn trying to overturn the chessboard. It's certainly not cheap. All 17 facility nodes are connected. Synchronization script implant initiated. Illegal. Synchronization protocol intrusion detected. Activating ultimate defense mechanism. See, Mo, you think destroying the core can stop the arrival of evolution? The fragility of flesh has doomed mankind to extinction. Stop using your ideas to define humanity. Our survival isn't decided by lines of code. Warning: sync rate surpassed 48%. 52%. Warning: physical sense of existence is being stripped away. Break from me! Node calibration complete. I'll leave the rest to you. Ah! This so-called evolution of yours is nothing but another form of grave. Mo, you've rejected the gift of existence, using energy from all 17 nodes to forcibly extend the dying world's life. But the price is, you've cut off humanity's only path out of the suffering of the flesh. Without the pain of the body, and without the fear of birth, old age, sickness, and death, we are no longer human. Your existence can only be called escapism, arrogance. The tragedy of the universe will not stop for your will. You think you've won. That you've broken the shackles on the engine, but you've also torn open the deepest seal in the hypothetical space. If you press down, those 17 nodes will form the final shield, and mankind will gain a moment's respite. But if not, only then will you see the whole truth and meet your real enemy. We've already made our choice. We've proved the will of humanity. Even before cold codes, it still burns bright. If this world really is doomed to shatter in the storm, then let it wait for an echo in scattered ashes.